Hello everyone. As promised, I said I was going to make a video about my fertility journey and if I ever get pregnant, my pregnancy journey and everything that I go through. I'm just going to start by telling you a little bit about myself in case some people don't know. My name is Mary. I come from Montreal, Quebec. I'm born and raised there. I come from a Russian Armenian background. I am perfectly quadrilingual. I speak 4 languages. And I'm currently working with the Canadian Armed Forces right now, but soon to be a civilian employee for the federal government. I work in HR. I live in Saint-Constant now, which is in the South Shore of Montreal. It's a bit more country, but I like it there. I like it. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit of what my situation is. So I've been with my boyfriend for about 9 months almost, and I know it's a bit early, but we're both ready to have children, and we've been trying for a while now. Sorry, the dog is trying to go outside. So we've been trying for about 6 months now, in April, May, but we started actively trying like maybe 2-3 months ago. And 2 months ago, we started trying like all the time. Like I had my app and everything. I was looking at the days. I did everything that I had to do. I was using my strips that I'll talk about in just a bit. And I had a dream, that I took like pregnancy tests and they all came out positive, but it was so faint, and I was like, is this real? Is this real? And then I woke up the next day, I did a test, and it was like a super faint positive. It was insane. I was like in shock. I didn't believe it. It's like, it wasn't real, you know? So then I got like the digital blue pregnancy test, so I went to the pharmacy to get it. And this was 6 days before my missed period. 6 days before my missed period. It was just, I had like these pain in my breasts, and I was like, okay, it's on the sides, and it's like, it's very like unusual, and usually I don't have this. So yeah, I went to get a pregnancy test, and it said 1 to 2 weeks pregnant, and I was just like in shock. I was literally in shock. So yeah. So everything went well, and then I started spotting. So this is where it gets to the sad part, just in case people are sensitive. This might be graphic. So I started spotting, and there was a little bit of blood, and I had cramps, you know, but I thought it was just implantation, that I was implanting. Little did I know I was more further along than I thought. So I was having these pains in my ovaries, and then one day I went to the hospital because I was like, okay, this is not normal. So we spent the whole day there, and then they realized, they're like, oh, you're Rh negative, your blood type. Since I'm A negative, my blood can kill my baby. So literally what it does is it's rejecting it from your body. It's like it's an auto defense system. So they gave me a vaccine. They took my blood again. I was there all day, and they said, unfortunately, this might be ending in a miscarriage. So I was like, okay. So I was already prepared for it because I was bleeding, and I was obviously sad about it, but I couldn't really I had to be strong. And then 2 days later, they're like, okay, come back for to see if your hormone levels are higher, getting higher or lowering, because when you're pregnant, they're supposed to be doubling. So if they're not doubling, then there's a problem. They double every 48 hours. So I go back 2 days later, I'm getting like these cramps. I'm like, okay, this is probably my period starting, or just, this is it. And once I get there, they took my blood, and right at the moment when I saw the doctor, and she told me like that my HCG, which is the hormone, the pregnancy hormone, went from 25 to 5. She's like, yeah, it's basically, it's a miscarriage. And then at that moment, it just started, and it was like the worst pain of my life. I thought I was gonna die. I was in the car, I was trying to drive home, and I'm just like, what do I do? What do I do? And then it felt like maybe like a 10-minute car ride felt like 3 hours. Seriously. I was in so much pain. I went to Subway because I was so hungry, and I almost fainted The girl was like looking at me like I was weird. It was insane. And yeah, I saw it coming out of me when I was home, and I saw a little hand, and it was traumatizing. And then later on, I found out that you're actually 1 week pregnant the day that the first day of your period. Like, you're 1 week pregnant technically, even if you're not pregnant. So let's say it implants like 2 weeks later during your ovulation, you'd be like 2 to 3 weeks pregnant. So yeah, it's complicated. So now I want to talk about what products I use that help me get pregnant right away, like right at once. But I'm gonna tell you this: if ever you get a miscarriage, don't try to conceive right away. I tried, and honestly it doesn't work, and I got a negative pregnancy test, and my body is like all weird, and I'm probably, they tell you to wait till your first real period after your miscarriage, if ever it happens, because yeah, you're all emotionally fucked up, and literally like you don't feel good. You're gonna be sad, you're gonna be okay the next day, and then your body's still like going through the hormones from like the pregnancy. You're tired, you're hungry, you're this, you're that, you're nauseous. It's crazy. So I started by taking folic acid, but I stopped taking that. They tell you to like start taking folic acid for like a year or like 6 months or 3 months before you start conceiving or trying to conceive. But honestly, I preferred taking like a prenatal vitamin, so I started taking this instead. It was like prenatal gummies, first response. They're really tasty and all, but I found out later that it lacks iron, and it doesn't have all the nutrients that you need for a pregnancy, so, or to prepare you for a pregnancy. So I started taking Materna, which is covered by the army, so why not if I get it for free? And I seem to like it a lot. Yeah, it doesn't taste like anything, and it's hard to swallow, but I'm fine, and seems to be working fine. And then I heard that taking prenatal DHA, which is fish oil, this brand apparently is really good. It's Nordic Naturals. I didn't get any fish taste, like aftertaste. It caused me to have like, I don't know if this was it, but I had like these stomach issues from it. But more to follow on this one. I'm still gonna try it out like maybe next week. But it's fish oil, and it should be good. And it's good for like the baby's like mind, the cognitive system. Okay. I'm also taking probiotics, so women's probiotics. This is like for better like digestion, and just in general it's good for you. It's like eating yogurt but without the lactose. The next thing I was using was okay. So I started temping. So what this is it's a thermometer that you can either put in your vagina, which I don't. I find it weird. You can just put it under your tongue, and it tells you your basal body temperature. So you take that, and then you input that data in an application that you can have. I have one, it's called Fertility Friend. So, and I have this thanks to one of my friends that she really informed me on all of this, of how to get pregnant, and it worked for her. So I did the same thing, and it worked right away. Unfortunately, ended in a miscarriage, but yeah. So you temp. I stopped doing this because you have to wake up every single day at the same time in the morning. So you have to have at least 3 to 4 hours of consecutive sleep. And when you wake up, you put it right away and you temp, and then you put it, you can't move. Because if you move, it's going to screw up all your stuff. So yeah, I stopped doing that. It was really annoying. So what I started using, which also my friend provided me with, it's called Easy Home ovulation kits, and also it has pregnancy tests in it. These ones have 50 LH tests, which is for your ovulation. So you pee on it not on it. Well, you can pee in a cup, you put it in, and it tells you if you're ovulating or not. And there's 20 pregnancy tests. So when you're due to the test, you pee in a cup again, and then it'll tell you if you're pregnant or not. That's how I found out that I was. And I'm just gonna give you an example of what one of these LH strip looks like. They're like this. So instead of spending like a lot of money, these works just fine. They're super sensitive and it works. And you can input that data on the Easy Home pregnancy app, and that helps. The pregnancy ones though, they are pink. So they come in that little pink sachet, and you can do that. So what else have I used that helps me? I don't know if it helps or not yet. It's only been a month that I've been trying it, but it's Preseed. I've heard so many things about this, and I was like kind of skeptical, but I'm like, whatever, I'll try it just to see. But it mimics like your fertile like cervical liquid. And all I have to say is don't put too much of this, because if you put too much, it's too wet and it's like you don't feel anything, and he won't feel anything, and I can guarantee you that. It comes with these like little syringes, and literally you take some and you put it in of how much you need, and then you insert it inside you, and it's done. I know it's nasty, but apparently it helps. So it's like lube. So literally, instead of your sperm, the man's sperm going like everywhere, it goes straight to the point where it needs to go in your cervix. So yeah, that's about all I'm using. Don't forget to use your clear blue if you test positive on the other strips. Go get a real one just for the nice looks of it, and good luck. If I have any more information of how to get pregnant faster and tips, I will tell you. And if ever you have any questions, you can always ask me and we can share our thoughts together. And if you have any advice for me, it would be great. Hopefully I'll be pregnant next month, as I'm waiting for my period right now. So it's okay. I'm not pregnant. I tested negative this month, but we're gonna start trying again during my ovulation, which should be in 2 weeks. So all I have to say is thank you for listening. I'm gonna keep you guys updated, and maybe I'll make a video of like when I'll be going through my next stuff. And if you have any ideas of like what you want me to post, and if you want me to, I don't know, make like a specific subject about pregnancy and like fertility and stuff like that, let me know. And I am probably going to make my next video of when I'll be testing, so that way you can see my reaction. But I don't know if I should put when it's positive, or should I put when it's negative as well. So let me know. All right, thank you for watching, and thank you for your support. This is my first video, so I'm like a bit shy, and I don't know how this works, but yeah, here it is. I'm gonna go eat now because I'm really starving. And take your prenatal vitamins. I take them every day, and I literally take these every day, and I eat healthy. Make sure you're eating healthy, because what the doctor told me was like you're supposed to be preparing your body as if it's already pregnant. So don't drink, don't smoke. I stopped smoking in February. You know, like I literally stopped smoking, and even on occasions I don't smoke anymore. I'm done. Like I'm completely done, because you never know if you're pregnant, and it might be damaging the baby. I don't take Advil anymore. Advil is really bad if you're trying to conceive, and if you're get pregnant, like don't. Just go for Tylenol. And eat pineapple. Pineapple is good for fertility. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking because this video is getting way too long. But maybe I'll post another video eventually of telling you more little tricks and tips. So like the thing with pineapple that I told you. All right, have a good day, and thanks for watching.